off to get another project, or I'm off to get another project. I picked up a early 2000 model, I think, Honda Rancher 350 off a friend. Apparently it's been setting for several years. Doesn't run, in need of some repair. However, it's a Honda, so seem to hold their value a lot longer than stuff like the Polaris and whatnot. But I'm still working on the Polaris Magnum 500. Just when the opportunity comes up, you gotta take it. So I'm gonna go meet Michael and pay him for the four-wheeler, and we're gonna try to get it loaded up, and I'll bring it home today, and I'll do an overview, I think, when I get to the bike, just to check it over or whatever, just to have some content. But yeah, I'm gonna have another project in the works. So continue watching, and if you like this stuff, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Any questions or comments, just leave them down below. Let's get to it. Okay, happy April Fool's Day, everybody. Ordering parts for that one. They're on order. Hopefully they'll come in soon. But for the other project I had was I told you about, was the 350 Rancher. Well, I've started the inspection of it to see what's up, and I'll post some pictures of what I discovered already just in the first 5 minutes of working on it. But I'm gonna flip the camera around here and put on some video. Okay, right now I can tell, not even by opening the gas cap, that gas is bad, because I can smell it already. I vacuumed out that, which was completely full of a mouse nest, plus a mouse. Recently deceased mouse, however. The battery compartment was packed full of mud and crud and leaves and gunk, and I'm still working on cleaning that up. I got a new battery for it today, just in case I wanted to test it out, but I know that I'm gonna have to take that carburetor out to clean it, because it's the smell of that gas, and of course drain the gas. But yeah, so here's just kind of a brief overview of the bike. It's in really good shape, a little dirty. It's got a good seat on it. Of course, it's got a little ding right there and a little ding right there. I think the foot brake lever is froze up. Gonna have to fix that. It does pull over, and it's got good compression, so I'm sure there's nothing wrong internally. I haven't checked the oil yet in it. The rear end's got mud caked on it. It's got a busted taillight lens, which I'll fix. There's the original toolbox with some tools in it. That's pretty cool. So, all the fender flares seem to be in good condition and attached. No busted plastic anywhere that I've discovered yet. Like I said, I'm curious about the carburetor, so I'm gonna pull it out and do a cleaning on it, just to check it and see if I gotta get a rebuild kit or what. But there's been somebody else in this thing, so I know, because we've got some wiring issues back here. I don't know what this is all about, but I'll figure that out. Somebody was in here messing around with that. I gotta clean out the rest of that gunk in there, clean the contacts on the starter solenoid. I'm not sure what this thing is. I don't ever recall. Oh, I see. It goes in the side of that deal. Okay, so I gotta make sure that gets put back in its proper, must be like a crankcase breather or something. So I gotta make sure that gets put back in the right spot. But other than that, oh, it actually has a fuel filter, inline fuel filter on it. That's a bonus. That could help us a little bit. But I'm gonna tear into this thing and get that carb out and get her cleaned up, and I'll be back with you. There's a kind of a look in the carburetor. You see this dirt laying in it. So we're definitely gonna have to take that apart and clean it. And that little piece right here is the lower mount for the air box, and I guess the people that had it before didn't realize it was there, because one, it's bent, it's turned, and it's not in its proper place. So I'm either gonna take that out of there or do something with that, fix it, correct it, make this thing right. But yeah, I just want to give you a visual of that carburetor. Let's see. Okay, I was able to get the carburetor out. However, the choke was stuck in the body of the carburetor. So I had to twist the carburetor in order to get this out far enough that I could just pry and break this end piece off the carburetor choke cable. So, and then I took it to the bench and I was able to get pliers on that and pull it out, but it was seized up in there pretty good. I'm going to break the carburetor down and put it in ultrasonic and just see what happens to it. If worst case scenario, I have another carburetor. I don't know if it's the same size or not, but I can try it. But I'm just gonna get this one clean for right now. Okay, got the carb out. She's pretty green and pretty clogged up. Lots of gunk laying in the bottom of that thing. So, yeah. I'm gonna continue taking it apart. I just didn't want to film. It's just a long, tedious process of stripping this thing down, and you've seen it once already with the 450 Foreman. So I'm gonna get this thing tore. Look at that crap, tore apart, and see what's up. Hey, today's April 5th. I'm back in the shop again. I'm gonna be jumping around from thing to thing. I got some parts in for both bikes. Currently, I have the carburetor in the ultrasonic cleaner for the Honda, but I did go ahead and order a Chinesium one in case I needed it. So here it is. I'm not sure what all, if anything, I'll be using off of it. It actually does look pretty good, complete. Huh. I mean, there's a possibility I can just stick that on and some bitch is gonna run. And I very well may do that. So, again, I just gonna make some short videos. I got a battery for it. It's charging right now. On the Polaris, I took the stator or the flywheel off because it was dirty and nasty, and then I find this. You can see that. That's part of the coil windings, the wire to power the machine, and it's broken. It's been chewed through. I'm assuming it rubbed the flywheel at some point. And this thing here, the pickup coil, is pretty crusty. So I went ahead and ordered a new one of those. It was like 40 bucks. So I do have the starter in for it. I do have the new pull starter for it. But I'm not going to put anything back together until I get the new stator in, which could be in a couple of days. As for the dirt bike, it has an oil leak, and a significant oil leak. And the weird thing is that it's coming from the stupid sprocket. That right there is leaking oil, causing a hell of a spill. I mean, you can see it down there. So I'm going to have to pull this seal out, replace it, and on this little metal ring right here that tracks all the way around that, there's an O-ring on the back of that. My guess is that O-ring is either bad or gone. So there is that. I thought this cover that I replaced when I put the new stator windings in, the gasket didn't seal correctly, but it wasn't that. It was this. And it wasn't doing that before, so I don't know if me doing the leak down test put too much internal air pressure in the crankcase and blew that seal. I don't know. It may have leaked all the oil out prior to me getting it due to that. I don't know. I don't know how much oil. There wasn't a lot of oil in it when I got it. So, you know, we'll get that ordered up and changed. Like I said before, the bike's just a back burner project. It's going to take some time. I did get a new fuel injector for it. The coil should be here today for it, but I'm not breaking my neck on this one to flip it. I'm going to do it kind of right, make sure, because it's my first fuel injected bike, and I just want to do it by the book. As for this, the only thing after I get these parts installed is going to need tires. Well, one tire, but I'm trying to work a deal out to get a set of tires from a friend. It is a 25 tall, 11 wide on a 10-inch rim. If I'm sure that's what that is. 25, 11, 10. And then the front ones are 8-inch wide on a 12-inch rim, which is a common tire size. However, 10-inch rim is not common. I'm assuming it's common to Polaris, but most buggies and four-wheelers and stuff have 12 or 14-inch tires. So I don't know what kind of situation I'm going to run into with that. Or we'll deal with that when the time comes. Here's the parts that came in for this one. Haven't inventoried that yet, but I just wanted to do an overview. I'm going to fish the new choke cable, new choke lever cable in through, tie some rope to this end of it and pull it out, and then use the rope, tie it onto the new one and fish it back through so it's routed correctly. I might video that, I don't know. But anyways, ultrasonic's done buzzing. I'm gonna go set it again for another 30 minutes. It didn't get quite up to temperature yet. I have it set for 80 Celsius. So as for today, that's the plan. The fans are running, making a lot of noise. My concrete gets damp. Humidity outside and being warm in here, it makes the condensation on the concrete, and I have to dry everything up or have it 100 degrees in here with the fans running. So until the humidity changes outside. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And any questions or comments, feel free to send them down in the comments, and I'll answer them best I can. Thank you.